Vani, my son, is here. Ani's voice cut through my concentration. I was in the middle of a disaster zone, also known as trying to cook his favorite dishes for the very first time. My heart leaped into my throat. Him, here, now? My eyes darted to the back door, my escape route. I made a break for it, but she was faster, her hand clamping down on my wrist. I was caught. I knew you'd do this, she said, her grip firm as she pulled me back into the kitchen. Why do you always run away when he comes? I couldn't look at her, my gaze still fixed on that door. My one hope of escape. I don't know, the words tumbled out. Shaky and nervous, it's too much. Happiness, anxiety, fear, all at once. You know, I can't even handle one emotion properly. How am I supposed to handle all three? I tried to wriggle my wrist free, but her hold was like iron. Don't worry, she said softly. He's not here. The tension drained out of me in a rush, and I slumped against the kitchen counter, my legs suddenly weak. I frowned at her. Why did you lie? She just smiled. So that you won't do the same thing when he really arrives. She gestured for me to get back to our cooking lesson. When he arrives, I muttered under my breath, shaking my head. What's the point of him coming if you won't even look at his face? She asked, her own frown mirroring mine. But I'm scared, I mumbled, looking away. I'm scared he'll reject me. And besides, I already know what he looks like. Her expression softened. If he rejects you, I won't spare him, she promised. I let out a small, sad chuckle. No, you won't. If he rejects me, you'll just start looking for another fiancé for me. I tried to make it a joke, but the thought sent a sharp pain through my chest. No, she said, her voice strong as she took my hand. He needs you. I looked at her, confused. Is there a problem, Andy? She just shook her head, a gentle smile on her face, and started giving me instructions for the food again. Once we were done cooking, she changed the subject. How's your cousin? She's resting, I replied with a sigh. It seems like her head wound is bothering her. She keeps touching it. Why doesn't she go to the hospital? Auntie asked, concerned. I shook my head. She hates them. She said she already went to one right after it happened. A smile touched my lips. She won't stop talking about a mister. Choxy she met. Auntie chuckled. Is she still talking to him? I nodded. We both had a feeling there was something more there. Good, Auntie said, nodding to herself. She'll forget that Karthik in no time. If she really loved him, she might not be able to, I mumbled, a dark thought crossing my mind. I hoped I'd never be in a situation like that. Before I left, Auntie gave me a final instruction. My son will be here tomorrow, and I need you to stay still and meet him. He'll be here tomorrow. The moment I stepped into my own house and announced the news, the entire place erupted into chaos. I am dying to meet this guy of yours. My sister, Sevide, exclaimed, a huge grin on her face as she immediately started helping us prepare. The next day, I got dressed up in my best half-saree, feeling a nervous flutter in my stomach. I walked over to Auntie's house and found her on the phone. After she hung up, I couldn't help but twirl around a little. Will he like it? I asked, my voice full of hope. Her face fell. He would have, she said with a sigh. But he's not coming today. My heart sank. What? But why? Extra classes, she replied with a small, apologetic smile. Disappointed, I walked back home, only to be greeted by a scream. We all rushed to the front of the house. A pot of hot liquid had spilled all over Di's leg. We all started panicking, a trait we definitely got from our mom. Then, a voice shouted, cutting through the chaos. A guy we didn't recognize was rushing towards us. He immediately pulled Ashakti to her feet and practically dragged her away before any of us could react. I quickly brought a chair out for her. When she returned a few moments later, Mom and I started applying a salve to her burn. I told her about my fiancé not coming and how he wasn't as old as she thought. For some reason, that made her walk away quickly again. Are you really fine? Dee asked me for what felt like the millionth time. I nodded. Like I said, Dee, he has to come here someday, right? I decided to change the subject. Now tell me about this choksi. I still can't believe he thought I was the evil stepsister. She grinned, a real, happy grin. He's amazing, Vani. And he likes me. Her smile was infectious. We'll leave for the city tomorrow, then, she added, her gaze distant. I looked at her, my voice soft. Are you hurt, Dee? About Leela and Karthik getting married. She's just a kid, Vani, was all she said. I sighed, and soon, we both drifted off to sleep, each lost in our own thoughts. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more stories. See you next time.